Hey, folks, back again here on Devoted Patriots 2 channel. I've got a couple of clips for you. I've got Glenn Beck got some words to say. I've got Mark Levin's got some words to say. Now, I don't always agree with 100% of what these two guys say, but I think they're both spot on today. Now, everybody and their dog has had a weighed-in opinion on what is going on with the indictment, what will happen, how it's going to affect the future race, the 2024, and what the speculation is on all the charges and things. And I just have one thing to say, just my own weigh in on this. This is not only going to be a travesty for the country, but it may be just the very thing that the country needs to red pill people, and expose people to the fact that our country is being run by a bunch of tyrants with a two-tiered justice system. When everybody and their mother knows Joe Biden and his son and his whole family are corrupt, and there's no prosecution or looking into that to speak of from our three-letter agencies. While at the same time, they've been going after Trump for 7 years and have yet to be able to find anything to prosecute him over. But still, that seems to be the main focus of government. People that are independents and Democrats see this as well. And whether you like Trump or not, I think this is going to red pill a lot of people over the next year or so while they continue to smear Trump with their next indictment, the next indictment, the next indictment, the next charge. They're going to do this for the next year and a half. So be prepared, folks. And don't worry. It's all smoke and mirrors, and more than that, it's distraction because the Biden family files are coming out, and they had to do something to get that out of the public's mind. But don't you worry, folks. All this stuff will be resolved. I think if they had anything to charge Trump with at any point in time, they would have already done it years ago, and that's just what I know about the situation. I'm going to go ahead and jump in here and let Mark Levin letting them have it about what's really going on with the tyranny in our country.
Every conservative in the country, I don't care what kind of conservative you are, we must circle the wagons and defeat the Democrat Party, their DAs in Manhattan, Atlanta, their special counsel in Washington, these cases that they're bringing in Democrat cities with Democrat grand juries, with Democrat judges, with Democrat juries. This is a battle where the Democrat Party has now dragged the country into tyranny. That is what they've done. They want to change the election rules so they can't lose. The borders are wide open. They don't enforce the law. They want to pack the Supreme Court. They want to pack the Senate. They've gone after Trump on the Emoluments Clause. They've gone after him on everything they possibly can. Now they want to decide who the Republican nominee for president will be. The Democrat Party is the party of profit. It's the party of Stalin. It doesn't believe that babies that are born should be protected after they're born, that it's a choice. This is a party that is out of control. Their DAs are out of control. Alvin Bragg should be disbarred. Rather than wringing our hands, let's take some action. The DA in Atlanta, she should be disbarred. The guy that's running the investigation in Washington, D.C., his family is loaded with Obama Democrats. Jack the Ripper Smith, his ass to be dragged in front of a committee of Congress, whether he likes it or not. And he should be subpoenaed, too. It's time for the Republican Party to understand that this is a war on the party. It is a war on conservatism and MAGA. It is an effort to ensure that Donald Trump can never be president again. Look, he's the leading nominee right now.
A great clip for you here, folks. This is Glenn Beck, and he's got a lot to say as well. I thought this was definitely an interesting take on what's going on. I am not worried about the situation as far as what's going on with Trump, but I am worried about the situation that the optics of how our country looks when we've got Sippy Cup literally dictating the attempted removal of the guy that's running against him next year. It's just, it's terrible for our country, no doubt about it. Let's go ahead and jump into the video.
Watches other people Screw up big banks, screw up their companies, and get away with it. They see people all the time doing stuff that they know if they did, they'd be in prison for 20 years. But because they're not part of the elite, they get away with it. Donald Trump has taken arrow after arrow, and that's why this is the way the average American feels tonight.
Yeah.
I hope that there's a few Democrats out there, but this guy has been taking the bullets for the average person now for years. And people on the right feel like he's the only guy that really gets what the people are feeling, and it's not gonna end well for the Democrats in the next election. It's just not. I don't know if Donald Trump is the winner or not, but I will tell you this. You're not going to stop 100 million people. This country is in shambles. And there's going to be 100 million people that will walk on broken glass and through fire to vote for someone other than this corrupt banana republic administration.
Got one more clip here for you folks. It's Jesse Waters. I think he is absolutely spot on with what he says right here in this conversation. This is how we save our country. 2024 is the final battle, like Trump said the other day at his rally here in Texas. And it looks like it's coming to that. Just for the political persecution purposes alone, everyone in this country is subject to political persecution. If the left decides they don't like you, we don't fix this stuff. And so we have got to reelect Trump after he goes through all this mess through the courts, and so he can change things, and we never put ourselves in a situation to do this again. I think it was Andy Biggs earlier saying the right answer is to get an attorney general in there in 2024, and in a couple of months' time, we can go in and we can fire every corrupt FBI agent, every corrupt Homeland Security agent, every corrupt DOJ official that refuses to do their job properly or tends to weaponize their department in order to do their job in the worst of possible ways. Well, let's go ahead and get into Jesse Waters. And all I can say about all this, folks, is don't worry. Trump will be just fine.
The only way you get free Trump is to re-elect free Trump at this point, because this is only one case against him, and this is lawfare. And the Republicans have to wake up and fight fire with fire.
Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg, he's trying to get Trump. This might help him in Manhattan. This is very bad for the Democrat Party across the nation. More importantly, this is very bad for the country. We have crossed the Rubicon here. I don't know how we go back. There's going to be a tit for tat in the future, and this is horrific judgment on Bragg's part. He's selfish. This is a malicious prosecution. He's putting himself before his country, but we should expect that because he's a George Soros-funded prosecutor, and those people generally don't like America and they want to destroy America, and that we're well on our way.
You say it's going to be a tit for tat. How do you know that? How do you know the Republicans are just going to stick their heads in the sand and never get revenge? Because now you're in a revenge political climate. I mean, if you didn't know before, now you know. And there's no way the Republicans can take this on the chin and then not do anything else when they get power back.
Yeah, I mean, that's a very good point, Jesse. Republicans tend to be weak and stupid. I hope that changes. I hope that we're starting.
I can't disagree with the guy. Republicans tend to be weak and stupid. Don't see it coming, and then when it hits you, don't do nothing about it. That's what's happened to us with our people picking process, and that is how we got in this shape. For Republicans that are lack the cojones to do their friggin' job. That's all I got for you folks. Like, subscribe, and share. Everybody have a great day. Over and out.